the inherit. So what is about inherit? Inherit is exactly just like we got like about one character in that thing. It got like a lot of state, and we got another character, but it got like about the same behavior. But in here we got like about more detail about that thing. So we're using about inherit. So yeah, so let's just go straight to the code, and then we explain it later. So what is about the so in you can see in here in this one I got like the code and it's not using inherit. So yeah, first thing I'm just read about the state, which is about call it the variable, the new variable, like about the name, diet, location, weight, age, and color of the animals. And then I'm also great about the constructor. We got like about 6 parameters in that case. And in here I'm also great about the method, like the behavior of each animal, like about it can sleep, eat, make noise, or they can also make lion noise or make eagle noise, something like that, or make wolf noise. So they can also got about eat meat or eat berry. So you can see because like it's got like about it's just like about the more card. So you can see it's not really messed up. But like in the upcoming future, you got like about pick program. You exactly this way not like really messed up, and it's really complicated to fighting bugs. So that's and this is not followed about the object oriented. So that's the reason why we're not using it in this case. So I'm also showing about in the main program, to call it. So it's pretty easy, right? So but like when you got like a lot of animals, so that will be a little bit like annoying. So let's just go to how we can create about the inherit. So first you need to see I'm also using the similar, create about a new variable, stay in here and calling about the constructor, similar, and also calling about the some like about the general behavior of animals, like about they can sleep, eat, make noise. So in this case, is I'm using about the public void method, and I'm adding more about visual. So what is visual? So visual is that calling this make the compiler know that we want if we want to use about the inherit to like overriding it. So we need to call about the visual. If we're not calling about a visual, we got like by error because the compiler we didn't know that. So you want to duplicate it or you want to override it. So that's the reason we need to use the visual this case. So yeah, let's just go to the first animal, which is a bird. So you can see that I'm called in order to make it inherit. So we need to call it bird and then colon and then the class, which is we want to be inherit from. So in this case, we're using about animal class, and I'm also write about a new variable with either pieces, and you can see that I'm create about a new constructor, which is instead of getting about the 6 parameter, we adding one more, which is 7. So in here, I'm create about name, diet, location, weight, color, pieces, and doing to you override it into the piece, which has got like 6 parameter in this case. And yeah, in this one I'm also great about the visual because I will show you in later because the visual in this one we can like make it override, like about we want to create about more like instead of ego we want to create more about something similar to like an out. So that's that that got about a different fly behavior, so we need to use the visual in this case. So yeah, it's console I can fly this one. And yeah, so you can see in here we got like an eagle, which it got about the inherit from bird. So you can see that we got like inherit inside the inherit. So bird is inherited from animals, and then eagle inherited from bird. So because we want to like split it out, because like that bird also got a different type, like about penguin, this kind of fly, or maybe like about an owl, it got like a different behavior, so we don't know it. Although it can fly, but yeah, it just like working during the night. But like eagle, it's just working in the morning, so that will be different, right? So yeah, in here I'm create about the eagle inherited from bird, and create about a new variable with new state with either swing pen, and changing about the parameter in here. Instead of 6 we adding one more with E7. And so you can see in here parameter. I also show you before that about the bird adding one more parameter but in this case it add one more with it like about got a parameter in this case. So in order to override it, you need to call about a method with about the override work in here. So to make the compiler know that we override about the it in this it method in the ego. So yeah, exactly we just got about the output. I can eat 1 kilogram of fish, something like that, and then create about a make noise with the same function, and then I got also create about the method, the specific method. Just this thing will be unique from the eagle, which is lay eggs, and then I can lay an eggs and then fly, override also. And yeah, let's just go to the next thing, which is about the feline. So you can know that feline exactly we got like a lot of type of cat. So it got similar to like a bird. So yeah, so feline inherited from animal, and we will add one more things to like add one parameter in here, which is the pieces. And the lion is exactly inherited from the feline. So we got like about in this case we got similar to bird, like inherited inside the inherit. And in here I'm making the same in here, but instead of just like override about the make noise and eating, I'm also override about the sleep in here. So yeah, the lion can sleep like 5 hours. So it's clear, right? So let's just go to about the penguin. So you know that penguin is the kind of bird, but like instead it can fly, but instead of flying, it can be swimming. Real, it's really good at swimming. So I'm create about the swim, private double, swim dipped, and then create a new parameter in here. And I eating. I can eat 1 kilogram of fish, and then make noise, and then I'll create about the specific method behavior, which is a behavior like I can swim like 100 kilometers in this case, and create about the tiger. The tiger also similar to lion. It also inherit from feline. So yeah, we can inherit many times we want. So yeah, it's similar. It can also make noise, eating, and then sleep. All about wolf. Wolf is just exactly inherited from animal, because like wolf it just got one wolf like one roof. And so yeah, there's nothing to change in here. So I'm just override about the eating. It got about this general behavior eatings, and then make voice in here, can control like that. I can hit like 1 kilogram meat, something like that, and about how the wolfie make noise in this case. And this is how we are call about the object when we are inherit from when we are using about inherited. So in here, if you want to call about it something inherit, you just need to call about a name. For example, wolf in here, we want to create about the William Wolf objects. We need to call about the wolf in this case, with it inherited from animal. So yeah, and then call about this parameter. We need to following like similar to the thing we have created, the constructor inside the wolf in here. So yeah, the tiger, lion, penguin, eagle, something similar. And if we want to call about the behavior in that to that object, we need to call about the name of the objects and then the behavior of it. So you can see that it's really easy, right? So let's just run it to make sure it running. .NET run. Okay, you can see that it's got a lot of things, a lot of information here. We create a lot in here. So it's run successfully. So yeah, let's just go to the next one. Okay. So we're talking about the overloading, which is really fun in this case. Okay, so overloading. So what overloading is exactly about, just like create about the constructor, like about you can create about the two constructor, and then instead of using this one, you can also using about the remainder. Although that you can see that we got like about the same name, but like instead of got like one parameter in this case, we call it with two parameter. So in C# it allows us to doing that. So yeah, it's really easy for us to like create an object, something like that. and then using it without like without like getting about a duplicate, something like that. So yeah, in here I'm exactly what just pop up some error in this code. So yeah, we create about a public class, right? But in here we change this one to protect instead of private, because like private we just only use that value inside this class. When other class want to access the value, they will got error. So we need to change the protect. So protect is exactly what just like we can use in other class, but we cannot use it inside a method. So that's the reason why we need to use the protect in here, because like in this one we want to like we got like about, yeah, in this one we got like about the eyes in here, we want to using that, but we need to use in about the project. And also like about the public, the first thing, this one I'm changing to public instead of private, because like we want to use this one in other class, so we cannot like put in private because like the other class cannot access in it. So yeah, and let's just run it and I will explain a little bit later. So yeah, you can see it's running and it's showing that in this one, the I in here, I'm also explain it in here. So does the instance of class B have instant variable I accessible? We can access the instant variable I accessible because I in this case we are setting in private access modifier, which is just only used in a class and event all the class can be accessed. In order to fix that, we need to change it to protected in order to all the class can be used of it. And yeah, in this one, and I will talk about is the first call consolidated result B is legal. So is it exactly illegal in the first call consolidated, because like and the I need to send private in all the class so we can access to get a value. So and the second also illegal because it's using about protected. Protected allow other class can get a value but the method can access. In this case we use it the class but like the controller line in the method. So we got error. So in this code exactly we just got like showing us about the example of how we can using about the different access modifier. Like about how we can use about in this case we're using our public, protected or private. So yeah, that's it.